Hello everyone. I hope you all are good. You are doing well in your lives. In the last class, we have discussed about the South China Sea conflict as a whole. And I have said that I'll be taking another class related to China Philippines dispute. So why I wanted to discuss about it is because of an article which was there in the Hindu newspaper 3-4 days ago. And that article I found to be a wholesome article. Like it was discussing almost everything about the China Philippines dispute. Along with that, what is the USA's role here and about the other quad members' role as well. Like how these countries are showing a tilt towards Philippines in this issue. See, I have discussed about this entire dispute in the previous video and I'll be definitely linking it in the description. Okay, you can watch this video but yes, अगर ऊपर ऊपर से बताना होगा तो I'll be telling you कि what is the exact dispute between China and Philippines. It is about this Scarborough Shoal. Okay, so there is this 9 dash line of China by which China is claiming 90% of the region. And as per the UN clause, this is the line of exclusive economic zone. This is our EEZ. As per this exclusive economic zone, Scarborough Shoal is lying within Philippines territory. I mean, it's within the Philippines rights that Scarborough Shoal lies. But China's claims through this 9 dash line that the entire South China Sea is theirs only, and because of which there is this dispute between China and Philippines. Now let's look into it in greater detail in about the article basically which was there. So we have discussed this it's about the conflict is about Scarborough Shoal, which is called as Huangyan Island by China. So China called it as Huangyan Island, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but whatsoever it is, but yes, Huangyan. This is the spelling of it. So a thing is, yes, this dispute has been there for years, but why is there escalation of this dispute? So first of all, let's look into the political angle of it. The political angle is that the President Marcos, who won the elections in 2022 in Philippines, so he is the person who is more tilted towards US. Basically, what the thing is, that Philippines actually is having a dual engagement. What is this dual engagement? कि China say तो there is financial support and US say there is military assistance. Financial support का अगर एग्जाम्पल दिया जाए तो $9.1 billion in state directed grants from 2000 to 2022. So Philippines is actually engaging with both China as well as US. So it was the story till the year 2022. What happened in the year 2022? There were elections, and elections who won was President Marcos, and he is the one who values the military ties with Washington more than the developmental funds from BJ. So he is the one who is valuing more the military ties which are there with US. And you can say that this might be one of the reason of escalating tensions. Okay, so see now what is what is actually happening on the ground. See, in the later half of 2023, the images of Chinese maritime militia bumping into and using water cannons against Philippine fishing boats. This is one that Chinese maritime militia is basically using water cannons against Philippine fishing boats. 15 June 2024 only. 15 June 2024 onwards, Chinese Coast Guard has planned to arrest who the trespassers in the area it claims. Like अगर कोई trespass करेगा उस area को, they are going to arrest them. This is what Chinese Coast Guard is saying. Then what is Philippines saying in response? They are saying that for any Filipino killed, who will be killed like basically by the willful use of Chinese, here it is force, who will be killed by willful use of Chinese force, then it is to be considered as an act of war. That they are going to consider it as an act of war. So this is what the Philippines response is. So we can clearly say that the tensions in the region are increasing. Okay. So this is what we have discussed about what is happening on the ground. Now, अब अमेरिका कहाँ से आता है यहाँ पर? What are the America's stake in Philippines? First of all, there is this Mutual Defense Treaty, 1951. This is the treaty between US and Philippines. And in 2023, new bilateral defense guidelines to this treaty were there, which strengthened US commitment under this treaty. What are these new bilateral defense guidelines? They are saying that armed third party attacks against Philippine आर्म्ड फोर्सेस, अगर फिलीपींस की आर्म्ड फोर्सेस के अगेंस्ट कोई भी आर्म्ड अटैक होता है और यहाँ पर आर्म्ड फोर्सेस में कोस्ट गार्ड भी आ जाते हैं या फिर उसके एयर से रिलेटेड जो फोर्सेस हैं उसके ऊपर अगर कोई भी अटैक इस कदर कोई होता है बाय एनी थर्ड पार्टी एनीवेयर इन द साउथ चाइना सी, it would invoke US mutual security commitment under the treaty. Then it is going to invoke US का security commitment which is there under the mutual defense treaty. Another thing, 4,000 citizens including military veterans of America, they are residing in Philippines. US Veteran Administration का जो regional office है, this is the only regional office which is present in Manila, which is outside US. Okay, this is the only one which is present outside US. Manila में present है, which is the capital of Philippines. Then another thing, then Philippines, it's an important actor in US की Indo-Pacific strategy, which is there to counter China. So this is something which must be understood. Okay. Another thing कि Philippines की बात की जाए, Philippines is planning to modernize the Subic Bay, which is there in Philippines itself, which was once like there were US Navy installations in the Subic Bay plus Clark Air Base. कहाँ? Formerly, which was the largest US Navy installation overseas. So Philippines is planning to modernize them. Okay. So this is what we have discussed about America's take. One, about the Mutual Defense Treaty. Another, about the citizens of America and also the US veterans which are present in Philippines. Next one is the US Veteran Administration Regional Office. The only one which is present outside US is present in Manila, which is the capital of Philippines. Another one, US की Indo-Pacific strategy का important part है Philippines. Another one is that Philippines is planning to modernize the Subic Bay and Clark Air Base, which were basically related to US Navy installations. Okay, so I hope you must have understood about the American stake which is present in Philippines. Okay, what about the other Quad members? किस तरह से we are able to show that even they are showing a tilt towards Philippines in this dispute. India. Up in last class as well, we have discussed in the class in which I have discussed about the South China Sea dispute. I've already told कि किस तरह से इंडिया की जो इन्वॉल्वमेंट है in this South China Sea region, it is actually increasing, and I have discussed about it yesterday as well. And now I'll be discussing specific points which are related to Philippines. We can write down कि April 2024 में India has delivered first set of BrahMos missiles and launchers as per a deal which was signed in January 2022. So India has already sent the first set of BrahMos missiles, and also India सपोर्ट करता है 2016 की पीसीए रूलिंग को, परमानेंट कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन की जो रूलिंग थी कि यूएन क्लॉज को मतलब जो रूलिंग थी यू परमानेंट कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन की विच वाज इन द फेवर ऑफ फिलीपींस, बेसिकली कि यस ये जो स्कारबरो शोल का जो ये जो रीजन है इसके ऊपर फिलीपींस का राइट है। क्यों? क्योंकि जो चाइना के क्लेम्स है ओवर दिस रीजन दे आर बेसिकली ये मतलब जिस तरह से चाइना बोलता है कि यस वी हैव सम हिस्टोरिकल क्लेम्स ओवर दिस रीजन, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है बिकॉज दे डू नॉट हैव एनी लीगल लीगल राइट ओवर दिस रीजन। तो बेसिकली जो रूलिंग थी वो फिलीपींस के फेवर में थी। इंडिया पहले तो न्यूट्रल स्टांस मेंटेन करता था बट नाउ दे हैव शोन, मतलब नाउ इंडिया हैज क्लियरली सेड कि यस चाइना को मतलब उस रूलिंग को फॉलो करना चाहिए बेसिकली, क्योंकि चाइना ने उसे रिजेक्ट ही कर दिया था। तो बेसिकली इंडिया इज सेइंग दैट यस नाउ चाइना शुड एक्सेप्ट द रूलिंग ऑफ पीसीए। इंडिया का जो सपोर्ट है टू दिस रूलिंग, दिस मस्ट बी अंडरस्टूड। देन इज जापान का केस देखा जाए तो जापान ऑफिशियल सिक्योरिटी असिस्टेंस मिलिट्री एड स्कीम, this is the scheme under which 4 million worth coastal surveillance radar to the navy which have been given by Japan. Next, they are helping in the growth of Philippine Coast Guard, funding the 7 patrol ships to Philippines. Another important point is reciprocal access agreement, जो very recently in July 2024 they have covered about this कि signed with Japan has signed with Philippines in July 2024 itself, reciprocal access agreement. So these are the points how Japan is showing its basically its tilt towards Philippines. Next one is Australia. Philippines second largest bilateral grant aid donor. This is something about Australia. So all the members of Quad, I hope you people know about the Quad members. Quad is having 4 members which are US, India, Japan and Australia. So these are the 4 members of Quad, and how they are showing a particular tilt towards Philippines. This is what they have discussed. I just wanted to discuss this article because I found this article to be really important from the memes perspective. I hope all the points which can be written in case there would be a question related to memes, like कि अगर क्वाड का किस तरह से क्वाड मेंबर्स हाउ व्हाट इज देयर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, व्हाट इज देयर स्टैंड, अगर इस चीज से रिलेटेड कोई क्वेश्चन आता है डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम दिस आर्टिकल, बिकॉज पास्ट में भी ऐसा देखा गया है कि यूपीएससी इज आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम द एडिटोरियल्स. So this was this editorial which was there in the Hindu. Okay, so the thing is कि yes फिलीपींस का हमने देख लिया है कि डुअल एंगेजमेंट है. कहने की बात यह है कि पता नहीं कब तक ये डुअल एंगेजमेंट चलेगी. दैट इज समथिंग विच वी आर नॉट कंसर्न्ड अबाउट. ओके, फॉर फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ यूपीएससी बेसिकली दिस इज व्हाट आई मीन. तो डुअल एंगेजमेंट है. अब वाला जो प्रेसिडेंट है ही इज वैल्यूइंग मोर द यूएस as compared to China's financial assistance. This is something to be remembered. और अगर इस बात का अगर आप सोल्यूशन देखा जाए तो सोल्यूशन तो वही होगा जो हमने लास्ट टाइम देखे थे कि द एंटायर डिस्प्यूट डिस्प्यूट जो है साउथ चाइना सी का, वो एक साथ सॉल्व होना चाहिए। वो उसके जो जो पॉइंट्स हैं वो हमने लास्ट क्लास में देखे, तो आई थिंक दे कैन बी वेरी वेल इनकॉर्पोरेटेड ओवर हेयर। अदरवाइज बिकॉज क्योंकि वही है कि डिप्लोमेटिक रूट के थ्रू ही सोल्यूशन हो सकता है इस चीज का। दैट इज समथिंग विच वी कैन राइट। Okay, so this was all about this article I wanted to discuss. So ending this with just two words, which I think are the most important for UPSC, that is just be patient. Because the main thing about UPSC is it's not that you're going to get overnight you are going to become great or something. Okay, it takes time. You have to be patient. You are not, there might be times you feel कि हाँ result नहीं मिल रहा है, we are हम मेहनत कर रहे हैं but we are not getting the result. Even I am going through the same phase. So one thing which I have realized is that we have to be patient. So this is it. We have to be patient. It will take just one day to change everything. Be patient. Let's crack it together. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the another video.